Ever find yourself watching those real estate shows? You know the ones. And you're like, how do they make those decisions, those big investments? Turns out they've got a secret weapon, like a superpower even, after repair value, or ARV. And today, we're going to break it down, show you why understanding ARV is like having X-ray vision for real estate. Yeah, whether you're already flipping houses or just starting to think about it.
ARV, it can totally change the game.
Yeah.
Because it's not about what a place is worth right now, with the dust and the cracks. It's what it could be worth. After some smart renovations, that's the potential. That's what investors are looking for.
So it's seeing beyond the mess, kind of like finding a diamond in the rough, right?
Exactly. Imagine looking at a place and everyone else just sees what's there, but you can see what it could be. A brand new kitchen, a spa bathroom. Those updates, that's value, instant value. And ARV, that's how you figure out that potential profit. It's right there, hidden in plain sight.
Okay, I'm getting it, but how does this actually work in the real world? Got any stories, where getting that ARV right made all the difference?
Oh, tons. I've seen it firsthand, how nailing the ARV can make or break a deal. One that comes to mind is this first-time investor. I was mentoring them, actually. Imagine the nerves, right? Taking that first leap.
I can only imagine, yeah. So did they jump right in or play it safe?
To their credit, they knew they needed guidance, especially with ARV. They found this property had potential, but the numbers? A little intimidating. So we dug in, analyzed similar places, figured out renovation costs, really projected what it could be worth after those updates.
So they had an expert set of eyes helping them. What made them take the plunge, though? Was it those ARV calculations? Like, did that give them the confidence?
It totally did. Seeing the potential return, the numbers laid it all out. It wasn't a gamble anymore. It was a calculated risk.
And did it pay off?
Oh, yeah. They transformed that property, hit the market, sold for even more than our ARV projected. That's the power of ARV, levels the playing field, helps anyone make smart decisions.
That's pretty inspiring. But nailing the ARV, that's not just for beginners, right? Don't seasoned investors rely on it just as much?
100%. I've worked with this investor. They've built an incredible portfolio over the years. Their thing is emerging markets, areas that are about to take off. They have this knack for finding those hidden gems, those neighborhoods that are going to be the next big thing.
So it's more than just the property, it's seeing the bigger picture, right? But how does ARV fit into all of that?
It's all connected. This investor, they use ARV not just for a single property, but for the whole neighborhood. Market trends, future developments. They're using ARV to predict future value, often before anyone else even notices.
So, like, they're predicting the future of a whole area, and ARV is their crystal ball.
Exactly. They get that a property's value, it's tied to what's around it. A house that looks average today, tomorrow it could be a gold mine if the neighborhood explodes. And accurate ARV, that's how they find those opportunities before anyone else.
So they've turned ARV into this strategy, not just a one-time thing.
Exactly. And they built a whole portfolio on it, making smart decisions based on data, based on foresight.
That's wild. Okay, so we've seen how ARV helps beginners, how it helps the pros, but what about taking things to the next level? We got to talk about the BRRR method. It might sound a little strange, but trust me, it's pure genius in the real estate world.
BRRR, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. It's like a wealth building machine. And yeah, ARV is essential to every single part of that process. You can't have a successful BRRR strategy without it.
Okay, so BRRR, like a recipe, and ARV is one of the key ingredients. But how does it actually work in each of those steps?
ARV, it's like the secret sauce. The thing that makes the whole thing work. You start with buy, right? That's where ARV is your guide, your financial compass. You're not just looking for a fixer-upper. You want a place where the ARV, after you fix it up, it's way more than what you paid, way more than the work you put in. That's the profit margin right there.
So you're looking for that potential, that gap between what it is and what it could be. Okay, got it. But once you've bought the place, how does ARV play into the actual rehab, the renovations?
Think of it this way. ARV, it's your budget buddy. Let's say you go crazy, all fancy finishes, but the market's not there yet. You're suddenly eating into your profit. ARV helps you find that sweet spot. Smart choices, stuff that adds value without going overboard.
Spend money to make money, right? But ARV helps you spend it the right way.
Gotcha. Okay, so you've bought, you've rehabbed, now you're ready to rent. Does ARV still matter at this point?
100%. ARV helps you figure out the rent, make it competitive but still profitable. Because it tells you what the market's willing to pay. Nice place, desirable area, that means higher rent, and ARV gives you the data to back it up.
No more guessing games, you've got the numbers. Love it. Okay, now the fun part. Refinance. This is where BRRRA gets interesting, yeah.
This is the magic. The property's worth more now, right? You put in the work, those smart renovations, so you can refinance, but at that higher value, that ARV you figured out way back at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's how you tap into the equity, get your initial investment back, and then you do it all over again. It's like this amazing loop, all thanks to ARV. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and then repeat. Bigger and better each time.
You got it. ARV, it's not just for one deal. It's the foundation. And it's not just BRRR either. Let's talk wholesaling. That's a whole other game.
Right.
Imagine being a real estate scout, finding those hidden properties, the ones with potential, and then connecting them with investors.
It's fast-paced, right? You got to spot the deal, see the value, all really quickly. So ARV, that's got to be crucial in that world.
Absolutely. A good wholesaler, they walk into a place, they can practically see the ARV. They've trained their eye to look past the clutter, the surface stuff. They see the potential that other people miss.
They've got like ARV intuition, but it's not about taking advantage, right?
Yeah.
Wholesaling, it can be a good thing for everyone involved.
That's the goal. A good wholesaler, they're creating win-win situations. They get a property at a discount because they know what it's really worth. Then they connect it with an investor who can make that vision a reality.
It's like real estate matchmaking, and ARV, that's what makes those matches work.
Exactly. Because everyone's on the same page. They understand the potential, the value. It's transparent. It's fair.
It's amazing how ARV can level the playing field like that, give everyone the same information. We've talked about investors, new ones, experienced ones, but what about the rest of us? Is ARV relevant even if we're not, flipping houses every day?
Totally. Think about it. Anyone who's ever bought a fixer-upper, even their dream home, they can use ARV. Imagine finding a place, good bones, but needs some love. Most people, they see the old kitchen, the work, and they panic. But someone who understands ARV, they see potential.
So they're not scared off by the work. They're thinking about what it could be worth after. Right?
Exactly. They're already picturing that after photo. They're weighing the renovation costs against how much value those changes will add. That's power, that knowledge. Gives you an edge in negotiations, too.
It's like having insider info, seeing the real value, not just the surface. So even if you're not trying to be a real estate mogul, ARV matters, especially for a big purchase like a home.
Absolutely. It's about being informed no matter what you're buying. And the best part, you don't need to be a math genius or a real estate pro to get it.
That's good to know. So for our listeners who are now intrigued by this whole ARV thing, and I think that's all of us, where can they learn more?
Oh, there's so much out there. Online calculators, real estate forums. You can even just talk to a local realtor, get their insights. Don't be afraid to ask questions, do some research. The more you know about ARV, the more confident you'll be in the real estate world, whether you're buying, selling, or just dreaming.
ARV, it's more than just numbers. It's a way of thinking about real estate, seeing possibilities instead of problems, making smart choices based on data and a little imagination. So next time you see that fixer-upper, that for sale sign, don't just walk by. Put on your ARV goggles, see if you can spot that hidden potential. And that's a wrap on ARV. We hope you learned something new today, maybe even got a little inspired to tackle your own real estate dreams. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.